Phase 1, awareness. My eyes are open. I see what is around me. Sometimes I hear my words, either spoken or in my head. And sometimes I do not listen. In safe, faraway places, sometimes I listen to my heart. Sometimes I cannot move. Contemplating Agreements Made, Don Miguel Ruiz, author of The Four Agreements, writes about how people will take on endless abuse. When either the abuse increases or our understanding of what we will tolerate changes, only then will we allow change in our lives. Relationships take awareness. I forget to be mindful of myself, of others. I have the power to leave, so I must also have the power to stay. I did not know I can be present and have a voice, nor was I aware that we have choices and we can always redefine agreements. One, unconscious reality. I grew up believing there was only one model from which to choose. Sometimes choices are not obvious. I am learning that I have choices and I am responsible for creating my world. Unconscious reality. I decided love hurts. I began building barriers, keeping others at arm's length, and willing myself to be needless. I became a silent chameleon, acquiescing to whatever the situation called for and striving for sainthood. Oh. I stuffed down my emotions and stomped on my individuality as the rage, bitterness, loneliness, regret, and evidence that I didn't matter built up in my body, spirit, and psyche. I created an outer world that reflected my inner state. The reality is, however, that I have needs and desires, even when I choose to be unconscious about them. I am an ordinary human being, not a saint. The payoff of perceived perfection justified me picking apart my mate and blaming everyone else for the state I was in. Similar to the Pink Floyd song, "Don't Leave Me Now," where the singer croons about beating his partner to a pulp on a Saturday night. My patterns of controlling, manipulating, and blaming gave me excuses to build walls of resentment and anger and kept me stuck in a place of miserable survival. I blamed my choice of a husband on my mother instead of owning that I was attracted to and loved this man and that my higher self put me in this relationship to learn and grow. The unconscious reality I created by inhaling everyone else's views without discernment gave me no choices, no room to honor myself or anyone else. I was in a stuck place, and it was the only thing I knew. I know now that I was totally responsible for the lack of love and intimacy in my marriage. But at that time, it was unconscious reality. Whose dream? You should. It's expected. No one else does it that way. Get married to a nice boy. Same backgrounds mix best. Whose dream? I don't like nice boys. First Christmas. The stocking was stuffed with treats and small presents, packages of joy and hope tied symbolically, recreating the Christmas that once was. Stitches on the reindeer took 3 drops of blood. Needle prick preview, futile attempts, foreshadowing future. Hours of anticipation, sighs of pleasure waiting. This pattern starting early in the duel between us. Flat stocking, a childhood expression of wishes, unfulfilled, empty, without thought of the other. Time. Time is easing itself slowly along, seconds turning to minutes, creeping, crawling toward eternity. Abstract, real, relative perspective would not exist without time. Repeating the cycle. A depressed woman, old at 25, will be beaten by 50. And why do we have children so they can go through the same misery and confusion? It doesn't seem right somehow. Winter is such reflective music, striking chords of emotion, harmonic dancing keys playing a tune on my soul. What shall I name my baby? Winter is a song written by George Winston.